What's going on, YouTube? Ferocity here. I hope you guys are doing well. Call of Duty hates its fans. That's the only conclusion I can come to with this new CDL controversy that's going on within this community. Now, I get it. The CDL is not everyone's cup of tea, and it doesn't have to be. You can enjoy esports, or you don't have to. That's the beauty of it. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. But for those that do like it, they enjoy hearing the insights of pros, of top-tier players. They don't necessarily need to hear the commentators every single week. And that was the beauty of the CDL watch parties. Those hosted by The Flank or hosted by SCUMP were nice insights to what was going on in the game. Well, Activision decided to shut those down, as they decided to shut down SCUMP's watch party. What they're telling the fans is, we do not want you to enjoy content from content creators in our own community. We'd rather you just watch our YouTube stream and that's it. Because guess what? They signed an exclusive streaming rights with YouTube. They want to make sure that you only have one spot to watch the CDL and that's it. Instead of trying to expand it and grow it and capitalize off an opportunity to actually make the CDL better, no, they want to restrict access, make it less widely available. They want to ensure that you're forced to only watch one feed. You know what that does? That pushes people away from your content. That pushes people to not watch what you are trying to produce, which in turn kills your league. And maybe that's what Activision wants. Maybe that's what Call of Duty wants, is to not have a successful esports league. They do not want the CDL to succeed. And that's shocking, because there was a time when competitive Call of Duty was enjoyable to watch. It was a community that was enjoyable to engage in. Oddly enough, this also happened right around the time when the game was at its peak, the Black Ops 2 era. And I've talked about it before, and I'll talk about it again. The success of Black Ops 2's COD Champs era should have radiated to make the CDL or competitive Call of Duty way more popular than it is now. But unfortunately, Activision has mishandled Call of Duty and the CDL at every single turn, and this is the latest in a long list of ways to make it less accessible and make it less fan-centered. This is what's happening in sports too. They're making it less about the fan experience and making it more about how much a billionaire can make. I'm sorry, I could care less about how much money a billionaire makes. Allow me to watch the game easier. Allow me to access the content easier, and you'll grow it a lot easier. But by restricting access to it, limiting what pros can say, limiting what commentators, content creators are allowed to talk about, shutting down the flank. This is not how you make the CDL grow. This is not how you make it more profitable. This is not how you make it attractive to advertisers. This is having adverse effect. I don't know what Activision is doing, but it shows just how out of touch they are. And yeah, maybe you don't want a pro esports league anymore. Maybe you want to erase the CDL. Then just don't have it. If you don't want it, don't have it. Don't dangle this thing in front of people's faces. Tell them that you want it. Tell them that you're going to invest in it. And then destroy any type of fan interaction that it has. Because that's what you're doing with it right now. You're causing it to die. You're robbing these competitors from an opportunity to grow their influence, to grow their content creation, to grow their careers, to make a real life out of this. There was a time where it was profitable to be an esports player. I don't think that time is here anymore, because they've made the game so gosh darn awful. They've made being a CDL pro so gosh darn difficult, and they made access to the CDL so gosh darn hard. I get the frustration from SCUMP. I get the frustration from Zuma. I get the frustration within the CDL community. It all makes sense. Call of Duty does not care about its fans. We saw this last year when they blocked out SM2. We saw it when they destroyed X-Labs. We saw it when they sent cease and desist letters to people that were making Fortnite maps based on Call of Duty maps. Oh no, can't have that. Can't have people asking, where did those maps come from? It's mind-blowing how restrictive Activision wants to be to their property. How restrictive they want to be to allow people to have access to their game, to help their game grow. You want Call of Duty not to have 38% less sales? Allow people more access to it instead of restricting it. And some of you might say, well, Ferocity, you're making a mountain out of a molehill. It's not that big of a deal. I don't watch the CDL. Most people don't care. Well, guess what? It starts with these watch parties. And then, I know this might sound a little hyperbolic, but it bleeds down to the content creators. Soon, only a select few people are allowed to stream it, those who have the most positive things to say about Call of Duty. Only a select amount of people are allowed to post it to YouTube because they have the right opinions. That's what's going to happen. The more they restrict the content, the more it's going to get filtered into the biggest fluff pieces you've ever seen, until it's completely saturated by only people who talk positive about Call of Duty. When all of these dissenting views, all these people who were critical of Call of Duty, just get weeded out. And they only have the views that they want existing on the internet. So everybody feels as if Call of Duty is all hunky-dory. They have the possibility to do that. Like, at any point, they could just be like, yeah, here's a copyright strike. Deal with it. They could do it to me. They could do it to Blame Truth. They could do it to Nero Cinema. They could do it to anybody. They have that power. They have that right to do it. It is their property. Now, like I said, it sounds a little hyperbolic. I don't think it'll ever lead to that. But it is a little bit scary that right now they did send a strike to SCUMP because he decided to have a watch party trying to grow the CDL. I don't know what Activision's trying to do. I don't know what their mandate is. I don't know why they want to destroy what they should be trying to build. It makes no sense to me. I get it. You're upset those people aren't watching on your official feed. Maybe you should try to advertise to these watch parties, get people invested into the watch parties, and then maybe host it on your own network. Oh my God. Did I find a way to make Call of Duty money? Of course I did. Will they listen to it? Of course not. Because rational thinking and actually trying to think outside the box and work with their community, work with their content creators would be absolutely impossible. They have the possibility to leverage all of these people who talk about Call of Duty on a daily basis, zoned in on their content, but instead they continue to push people away, continue to alienate them, continue to give them reasons to not be invested into this franchise. And I don't blame them. I don't blame anybody who's not invested in Call of Duty right now. I don't blame anybody who didn't buy Modern Warfare 3. Why would you want to be a part of this tire fire? Why would you want to be a part of this gong show? They can't get this simple stuff right. So why should I expect them to do anything correctly? Call of Duty is failing solely because Activision is more concerned about reaping the benefits off of little kids with their mommy and daddy's credit cards than trying to actually build a cohesive community that is based off of a very strong game. That's what's so frustrating right now. But I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in that comment section regarding the SCUMP ban and the CDL. The CDL in general. Do you care? Do you not care? Do you think this is a first step to restricting Call of Duty content on the internet? Or is this just one little step that they're taking and they're not going to grow off of it? I would love to hear your thoughts down below in that comment section. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.